Hello and welcome to my talk. I'm summarizing the Think Like a Monk. It's the second part of chapter 5, and I still haven't finished reading it, so there's going to be a part 3. But it's like so interesting, and I didn't write, this is my stuff from last week. But this week is to align with your passion. So he has a quadrant, and it's quadrant 1 is skill but no passion. Quadrant 2 is skill and passion. Quadrant 3 is no skill and no passion. And number 4 is no skill but passion. And of course, you want to be in quadrant number 2, where you have skill and passion. So that's what I read mostly. So quadrant 1 is good at but don't love, which is where most of us are at in our corporate jobs, right? I kind of, what he says here is that you have to find, that they are tedious, like things that you do over and over again, but you have to find where it's fun and good, because that's what's going to keep you going. And another thing he wrote was that you could bring in some of what you love, some of your passions. And he gave it as an example, this lady that was doing a corporate job, and then she loved cooking and watched some cooking show all the time. So she started doing like Fridays, you know how most corporate jobs have casual Fridays. So she would have like a group of people that like cooking, and of course she was the leader. And she said, well, every Friday somebody brings something that they could share with everybody, and like the recipe and all that good stuff. And so every Friday they would do something, make something, and that's how she incorporated her passion into her corporate job. So it's something we could all do with this. For example, when I read that example, I go, "Ooh, I have an example myself." And so, I'm a health and fitness coach. I love exercising. I love cooking. I love the nutrition. I love eating the most. But I am a buyer at work. So, and I enjoy it. I really enjoy it because it's something different, because you buy from, well, I buy from most of the same companies, but it's different situations all the time. So it I like it. I enjoy it. And but there was this health and wellness, what is it? Health and wellness champions. And so I asked if I could sign up for that, and I did, because I'll put this down because I need my hands. Because it was giving people like all, because our company, I have an amazing company, I love it, and they offer so much for you as a person, wellness, mental health, doctors, people you could call and ask, just all kinds of stuff. It's really good. And every month they have special things, and they separate it, from the 1st to the 15th. They have these many things, and I am the liaison for my group. So they send me all the information, and then I forward it to the people that I know. And that is an amazing feeling, because being such a big company and having lots of work, because I had my a lot of work at the beginning of the year, and we still do, but it was extreme at the beginning of the year. We don't have time to look for these things a whole lot, because I know I'm surprised at how many things they offer right now, because they come directly to me and I have to forward it to the people. But I volunteered to do that because it's amazing I wish everybody would join and exercise and eat well. So I'm giving this to them, so they don't have to research it, and maybe if they need it, they have it at the tips of their hands if they take the time to read the emails that I send. So I volunteer for that, and I feel really good every time, especially like if somebody says, "Oh, thank you, Susan, I used this," or "Oh, I didn't know we had this. Thank you, Susan." And it's an amazing feeling because I helped these people, you know? And so, yeah, there's my um, way of bringing what I love, what I'm passionate about, to my corporate job. Um, so that would be the quadrant one, which is skill but not passion. You know, well, you have the skill, you learned it, you could do the things, but you don't have a passion for it. Um, and then it goes to quadrant four, not good at but not love, and it says that it's that you could try to work at it, but if it's just not your thing, you know, like try to find something else. And probably, if I had time to do that, believe me, I would. What is it? The surest route to improving skills is always time. Can you use coaching, take courses, or get training to improve at what you love? Impossible, you say. If I had time to do that, believe me, I would. Oh, this is, I'm sorry, I got, you're not good, but love it. You're not good. For example, what I do, I go and try to garden, and I kill all my my plants. But I think, like, I was supposed to go water them yesterday, but I don't have time, or I didn't make time, so they haven't been watered. And it was hot yesterday, and it is hot today, and I don't think I'll be able to water till Saturday. Maybe I'll make a little bit of time tomorrow, but I'm not good at it, but I keep trying and I keep killing the plants. There's some that have survived. Yes. So, but it says, you know, you could take classes and get skilled and whatever. Sometimes when we tap into our dharma, it carves out the time for us. So, you know, you really like it, you'll make the time. Quadrant three, not good at and don't love it. Oh, this is the one. Not good at and don't love it. And that's where it says, you know, you could spend a little bit of time, but if it's just not, you just want to move on and do something else. Look for something else fast. And quadrant number two, that's where you want to be because it's something you love and you're good at. Hence, my coaching, or I cook and I exercise, and I love both of them, and I spend, you know, as much time as possible. I wish I had more time to spend on it, but I don't. But the time I have, I do it in a hurry, but I do it. And so when you're in that quadrant, there's Varnas, the Varnas. And that is, let me read it. So the four Varnas are the guide, the leader, the creator, and the maker. So when you're in quadrant two, which is where you are good at it and you love it, and you want to find which one of these. So the Varnas, I wish I would have types what is it? Contemplates dharmas by Bhagavad Gita contemplates dharma by dividing us into four personality types, what is called Varnas. So those are the four personality types: guide, leader, creator, or maker. And it says that Varnas aren't determined by birth. They're meant to help us understand our true nature and inclination. You're not creative just because your parents are. No one Varna is better than another. We all seek different types of work, fun, love, and service. There is no hierarchy or segregation. If two people are both acting in their best dharma, living for the service of others, then neither is better than the other. Is cancer researcher better than the fireman? No, we need them both. And so he talks about that, and you know, he says what they are and here, so I'm not gonna go over that because it's like each one, but you know, you could kind of think it's the guide, the leader, the creator, and the maker. And he says that when you're one kind, when you find out which one you are, and there's a little test here to do that, then you want to surround yourself with people that have the other kind, because you're good at what you are, but you're going to need help on the other things that you do. So, so that's it. It's really interesting. I really enjoyed reading, especially these, because they have, each Varna has the made of ignorance. This is for the guide: made of ignorance, made of impulse, made of goodness. And for example, it says made of ignorance is don't practice what they preach, don't lead by example, struggle with implementation. That would be the guide. So those are all things that he shouldn't do. Made of impulse, love to debate and destroy others' arguments, use knowledge for strength and power, intellectual curiosity. Made of goodness, use knowledge to help people for their purpose, aspire to be themselves in order to give more. Realize knowledge is not theirs to use alone, but that they are here to serve. So that's all, you know, and they have one of those for each of the Varnas, and it's really cool. It's really cool because you could have one of them and be evil, right? You have to figure out how to use it in good, because you can use all of these by impulse, or by being evil, or by being good. So you have choices, lots of choices, and that is what I learned with this part 2 of the of chapter 5. So I'm gonna let you go, because like always I'm in a hurry again, but I got this on. I got this recorded. Now I'm gonna upload it, and so you can see it, and then next Thursday I think I'll finish the rest of it. But I thought this part of the chapter 5 was really interesting and cool, and you're reading it, it's like, oh my god, you think, oh, I wonder who's this, oh, this is definitely this person, oh, and you know, like, who am I, and who should I have around me that does the opposite of what I do, so they could help me out. So it's really cool. So recommend chapter 5 of Think Like a Monk. Bye bye.